Welcome to this final session in our module on personal effectiveness. In this session, we're going to be looking at David Bird's 9 keys. And David Bird has been a very successful consultant over a period of 30 years or so. And from all that time that he's been working in this area, he distilled 9 key insights that he felt really kind of summarized what it took to be successful and effective in your organization. So we're going to take a look through those and see for yourself which ones seem to feel most relevant to you in your context, which ones you think you're doing okay on, which ones you feel you might want to spend some time improving. So the first one that he identified was commit to a system. Systems lift you above your instinctive self-imposed limitations. So we've been talking about some systems, the getting things done, the Zen to done. So find your own process, your own way of doing things and commit to that. Get into that kind of rhythm of the system that you choose that works for you. But find something. The second one, make effective choices. Choices either serve your growth or decline. You remember we were talking about the law of volitionality at some point. Every moment you have the choice. Every moment you have a choice. So in that moment, you're checking to see, is the choice I'm going to make, is that going to enhance my growth? Or is that going to take things into decline? What choice am I making right now? And what kind of impact is that going to make in the context that we're in? Overcome and master discouragement. So learn to lose without being defeated. And that's particularly relevant when we're in these kind of change contexts, where we're going to be trying lots of different things out, experimenting, without having a pathway of experience that tells us how to do things. And in that context, we need to allow ourselves to make mistakes, for things not to work, and then pick ourselves back up again and try again. So an important principle here around not allowing ourselves to get down through the failures or discouragement, but just seeing them as a learning opportunity to inform the next step that we take. Think proactively. Build the habit of thinking proactively rather than nursing your feelings. So as we're facing a situation or a context, are we able to let go of things that have happened in the past, create space to be really present with what's there now and see what next step we might want to take? So feel more called from the future than defined by things that have happened in the past. Practice humility. Being humble is a character trait, he says, but everyone can practice humility. And that again is another important one for these kind of change contexts, because to think that we know the answers at this time when things are moving so quickly and the future that's coming in is going to look so different to the past that we're used to think we know is an illusion. So to spend time really getting ourselves into a space of humility, exploration, curiosity, as I said, allowing things to go wrong and getting ourselves up and keep moving again, but not to get on a pedestal and criticize others who are making mistakes, because we need to be making lots of mistakes at the moment, learning quickly and moving ahead. So the 6th point he identifies here is multiply what works. Identify what works and find ways to do more of it. So you'll also see this approach in something that's often called appreciative inquiry. Focus on the things that are already working and look to amplify and accelerate them, rather than try to reinvent or create new solutions where there's already solutions that are working, or focus on the stuff that isn't working. So if you focus on the problem, it's going to draw you into the problem. If you focus on the stuff that's working, then there'll be ways to take that, apply it to different contexts, and spread it more quickly. So look at the stuff that's working and amplify that. Number 7, focus on what matters most, the leading indicators. So we talked a bit about this when we were looking at getting things done and Zen to done, the most important tasks. Really focus on the leverage points, we'd call them, the things that are going to make a difference, where a small amount of effort can make a big difference. Number 8, invest wisely, but never invest your ego. Invest your time, passion, energy, resources, and talents, but never invest your ego in your business. So putting a lot into it, and the point he's making there is don't get too attached from your personality to the business. So if your feeling happy is dependent on the success of your business, then you're in trouble. Then you're mixing up your ego with your business. So put resources into the business, but don't make your personal happiness or success dependent on the business itself. That way you can liberate yourself and the business to do the things which they need to do. And last but certainly not least, dream big. Abundance is the essence of dreaming big enough. So if we dream big, what is it that we really see is possible? Then we'll find that things start to move around us to help us move in that direction. Dream big and then start from where we are now and take the next natural step. But hold the dream big. That's what's going to inspire people. That's what's going to keep you motivated in the work. Hold the big vision out there and then allow the pieces to start to come together in terms of how we're going to move in that general direction. So that kind of as distilled wisdom in a way over a long career of working in organizations and looking at key principles for success in our organizations and work practice. So that's the end of the module on personal effectiveness. You have the opportunity now to try to integrate some of this in the integration tasks, discuss some of these points in the forums, and don't forget to work on the personal development modules that ensure that you develop the qualities and competencies to be able to work in these kind of ways.